What have you changed in the last number of days? Is there a new view, a new allocation we need to know about?
No, I think the big overarching story in these markets continue. I mean, this is a slow growth, benign inflation world where policy is accommodative in most parts of the world. Federal Reserve is likely to be accommodative for the foreseeable future. So in our opinion, that continues to be a backdrop that favors risk assets and continues to favor the growthier parts of the market. In my opinion, nothing meaningful has changed.
One of the things you do, folks, with charts, it's a really important physical exercise in the physicality of technical analysis, is you put your hand over the chart. And I'm not going to do this on TV, but imagine, Brian, if I put my hand over right there in the December low.
Yeah.
Or imagine if I put my hand over right here with all the doom and gloom of the end of May, almost to a correction, nowhere near a bear market. And then we just leg up. Once again, on pullbacks, if you buy it, you're a genius. When does this game change?
Well, I think the game changes when policymakers tell us and decide it needs to ultimately change. Tom, if you think through this cycle, markets have wanted to go up because it's been an expanding global environment without much need for policymakers to make significant changes. Every time we've seen volatility in the United States, it's when policymakers have tempted fate. You could go back to 2015 and 2016 with the first Fed interest rate hike. You could go into 2018 with the stimulus and multiple interest rate hikes, and then concerns in May around the trade war. I think, our message to policymakers has been don't do any harm in this type of an environment. 2% growth, 2% inflation, it might not get you reelected, but it's really good for the equity market, and it's starting to become better for workers. So I hope that policymakers continue to allow this to play out. If they do, I think this cycle goes on for far longer than most people suspect.